This lesson relates to the culture lesson from page 4 in your cahier d'activité, which are exercises 10, 11, and 12 that we'll be doing in class next. Ile-de-France is the part of France that you see in red on the blue map. Right there, this map, that's Ile-de-France that you see in red. And then this area over here is Ile-de-France blown up so that you can see the different parts of it: Yvelines, Hauts-de-Seine, Paris, Seine-Saint-Denis, Val-de-Marne, Seine-et-Marne, Essonne, and Val d'Oise. Those are like states. Those are little départements, little areas around that part of Ile-de-France. Those are the little different parts. Maybe more like counties would be a better way to put it. Ile-de-France is more like the state that they belong in. So let's go on to the next topic, which are some famous things that we might find in Ile-de-France. You should know this. This is the most famous or recognizable monument in the world. It is called La Tour Eiffel. La Tour Eiffel, which means the Tower Eiffel or the Eiffel Tower. So La Tour Eiffel. There's a restaurant on top of it as well as radio towers. Also, you can see in Paris, this is in Paris, you can see the Seine River, and you can see boats going up and down the Seine. So here you see two pictures of the Seine. The Seine is the river that runs through Paris. In the middle of the river, there's an island called Ile-de-Cite, and we're going to look at that next. So here you have three different images of Ile-de-Cite, a little map that you can see that shows you how it's situated. In the map, you can see an indication of Notre Dame. That is the famous Notre Dame Cathedral where the movie The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Notre Dame is just another pronunciation of Notre Dame. Notre means our, like O-U-R, and Dame means lady. It refers to the Virgin Mary. It's a Catholic church. And then over here, our third picture is just another larger overview of Ile-de-Cite, and over here in the corner you can see Notre Dame. Also in Paris is a garden or a park called Le Jardin de Luxembourg. In Paris, the gardens are very important places that people like to go and hang out, relax. So here you see a beautiful landscape of Le Jardin de Luxembourg, the Luxembourg Gardens. And in French it's Le Jardin, which means garden, de Luxembourg. Luxembourg. And Luxembourg is Luxembourg. It's also a country to the northeast of France. So Luxembourg. Another area that's important around France, very near Paris, is very famous, is Versailles. It's very famous because of the King Louis XIV, Louis XIV, who lived there, and his wife Marie Antoinette. And so let's look at that. So Versailles is really huge. It's a large complex of castles and buildings. And you just see some images here. The image on the right is the Galerie des Glaces, which is the Hall of Mirrors, and the peace treaty that ended World War II was signed here. The Galerie des Glaces. It's the Hall of Mirrors. The next thing that I want to show you is Fontainebleau, a beautiful castle here of Fontainebleau, with sculptured beautiful gardens and nice place to visit, Fontainebleau. Another beautiful place to visit is Le Château de Vaux-le-Vicomte, which is a place where you can go to see a classic French garden. It's another beautiful chateau or castle. And then one more church is called Notre Dame de Chartres. So here you see the Cathedral of Notre Dame de Chartres. Sometimes people just refer to it short as Chartres. So just to avoid confusion with the other Notre Dame. And it's to the north of Paris. Some other things about culture that you need to know. First of all, in Quebec, people will often say bonjour, just like they do in France, to mean have a nice day, but they also might say it, to mean hello, but they also might say it to mean have a nice day. Another thing, there's a thing called bis, which means kisses, and in France, often female friends will kiss each other on the cheek as a greeting. If it's a boy and a girl who are friends, they may kiss each other on the cheek as a greeting. Two boys, however, will not kiss each other on the cheek as a greeting. They will shake hands. The number of bis or kisses that you give, or kisses that you give varies from region to region. And so sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's 3. If you take your car to be repaired in France, or if you're in any kind of shop, you would refer to the shopkeeper as Madame, which is like saying ma'am, or Monsieur, which is like saying sir. You do not refer to them by their first name. Another aspect of culture that we've talked about is a place in Africa called Senegal, and people who live in Senegal are called Senegalese. And these people take their time in greeting each other. They speak several languages, including French, Arabic, and another language called Wolof, which is like a tribal language, and that's an O there. And so what they might do is say, peace be with you, salam alaikum. In Wolof, they might discuss with each other how they're doing, ask about their family, and ask about each other's job, health, and other details. So they speak those languages as well as French in Senegal.